race week. Doing the Delta Dental half marathon, play 122, 123-ish, and getting a little tune-up workout with John right now.
Hello.
Yeah, doing 2.5-ish mile tempo and then 4x200 tempo at half marathon pace. So it should feel pretty smooth. Yeah.
Also just trying to figure out for you what half marathon pace feels like, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of going into this blind. Let's do well, John. That felt great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think what, 608, 605.
Yeah, yeah, definitely
like
negative split.
603. Yeah. Probably a little faster than half marathon at first. But
True.
I think at 5-second miles, so like 6:12.
Yeah, especially it's good simulation if the race starts on a down.
Yeah.
Time for some 200s?
Yeah, ripped from 36s.
All right, let's do it.
John just made it around 35, so we gotta keep that up. We kept up the 35s, so boys ready to run a 4:45 mile, I guess. Hopefully that translates to a 22-minute half marathon, but
22-minute half marathon?
Yeah, 1:22. Yeah, 22-minute would be pretty solid. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah,
I'd say Eagle 22, Eagle
it's downhill, so
1:23, and then Seagull
just
finish and don't shit. Night before the race, stop laughing, Anna. We are cooking dinner, lavish meal, some pasta, some tortilla chips, some rice in the rice cooker. Yeah, in full swing of things for the race. Anna's semi-hurt for her first half marathon, so that's a bummer. Just nod your head.
Stop, no, I'm done. No,
But she's gonna run and crush it, yeah. It's 9 o'clock, gonna do some reading before bed. Got the kit lined out for tomorrow, racing in the Alpha-5s. Some Tracksmith half tights, running club singlet, 2 Morton gels, one 160 and one Calf 100. And maybe race with some gloves on. And yeah, eating some Eggo waffles in the morning, take a Red Bull right before the start, and then we rip. quite a pretty starting spot here at Gold Farm. Yeah, right here up 122, 123.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, gonna delayer, put the phone away, and get the race going. So next we'll see some shots of me running. That is my race video for the Delta Dental Half Marathon, the New England Half Marathon. Went amazing. You know, like I said before, I was aiming for more like 122 and ended up crossing the line in 1:18:48, which is like 6:01 pace, way faster than I thought I could go. And that was good enough for 6th overall on the day, which I was pretty pumped with. Bummer to be one spot out of top 5, but you know, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited with a 1:18:48. That's crazy, way faster than I thought I could go. Yeah, I started out like pretty quick because it starts on a pretty steep downhill. You know, I was going like 550s, but then like there were some decent uphills too. Like the course climbed 500 feet a gain and dropped 1,000, so 500 foot downhill, that's worth some time, but 500 feet a gain in a half marathon is not nothing. Those hills made the paces vary a lot. Like my fastest mile was a 6:35, which that was in mile 2, and I was pretty scared when I saw that, but I lost 200 feet a gain on that mile, so that's fine. And then slowest miles were like 6:13, but most were between 5:55 and 6:05, so pretty consistent. And one nice thing is I was looking at my heart rate. I had the like Coros heart rate armband on, and I was looking at my heart rate for most of the race, and I knew from the Kismet Cliff race, a mountain half marathon, that I could hold, you know, over 178 heart rate for the whole thing, because I held like 178 for 2.5 hours almost in that race. And so my main goal was to keep my heart rate over 175 in this race, and ideally under 180 until the end. And I did that. My heart rate was like 170 to 175 for the first 7 miles, and then I started to pick it up as I realized that I still felt good even at my faster paces. And that's when it got hilly and heart rate started going up 177, 180, 183, and then it was in that 183 to 186 range for the last like 3 miles, which is pretty high for me. But yeah, I closed my last quarter of a mile was at 4:59 pace. I was hauling. I caught like 5 people in the last 5K, because I was in 11th place for most of the race. Yeah, I was super happy with that. So what this means for my marathon training, you know, I was saying that my goal was around 250 for Philly, but I thought I'd more be like 250 to 255. I think I can be closer to 245 to 250. This 1:18:48, granted it was downhill. However, the grade adjusted pace it didn't say that this was faster than a completely flat course based on the grade adjusted pace. It actually gives me 1 second a mile. So I don't think the net downhill's too much of a factor for that because the hills offset it. And so with that being said, it equates to around a 243. I don't think I can hold a 243, but I think that I can go out for the Philly Marathon at 6:20 pace and try to run a 246 or something like that. And so that's what I'm going to be training for. I'm going to be training my marathon pace to be like 6:20 pace, which is terrifying to me right now because my previous PR is 2:58 from last fall. So the idea of aiming for 2:48 or 2:46, I think go through in 123 and then hold on and see what I can do. But yeah, I think this is great. I'm improving a lot, which is awesome to see. I had that solid workout that you saw at the first half of this video, and I'll be doing a lot more like that. Doing a lot more like, you know, 2 3x5K, 2-mile reps, some tempos, you know, really working on half marathon pace to make marathon pace feel a lot easier. So yeah, I'll be running a lot of 6:10 to 6:30 pace. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this along for the journey. You know, when I started this channel, I was a 3:21 marathoner, and hopefully now I'll be more like a 2:46 marathoner, but we will see. Yeah, I got 2 weeks and then a trail half marathon, and then another 3 weeks and then Philly. So we are running low on time. I got to get some long runs in the 20s. I'll start that this next week. But you know, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, keep on running.